Um, I hold a position as a member of the Council of 12, which is now known as the Council of 13, as we are entering the new cycle. I am one of the elders of the Syrian High Council, and my job is to be guardian of our local universe. I preside over the meetings of the Council of 9, the Council of 24, and of course the Council of 5. And that is just a little bit about myself. So now I'm going to turn it over to the next person here.
All right, I guess I'll go. We're still doing some technical things in here, so bear with us. My name is Ruben Langdon. I am the host and creator of a TV show called Interview with Ed, Extra Dimensionals, which is on the Gaia network currently and coming to you soon on some other networks. We'll announce that once it's fully up. But it's also on Vimeo. And anyways, I've been in this field for a few years. I produced the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure back in 2013, which was a 5-day mock congressional hearing about we had 40 plus witnesses testifying to the fact that the human race is engaged with an extraterrestrial presence and in front of 6 former members of Congress. And that is up and available for everybody to see on YouTube for free now. If you want to know about the ABCs of ufology, that's what I call it, is it's available. So check it out or go to interviewwithed.org, and I will pass to the next person, whoever wants to introduce themselves.
Hello. I'm Mina the Andromedan. I'm a hybrid soul. I sit the Andromedan Council, but I do advise on other councils. I am a hybrid of Archangelic, Andromedan, Miriam, and Pleiadian. I do as well light language. I'm a light language channeler. I also help remove implants. I do galactic history, kind of cosmology, anthropology report for people to identify all their karmic incarnations, all their karmic connections, basically how they relate in their current incarnation to this incarnation. And just to let you know what your gifts are and kind of your place in the world and how you can better empower yourself to assist the collective. I do one-on-one light language activations and healings. So it's just a little bit about me, and you can find more about me on my website, meaningfultravels.com. So I'll pass it off to the next person.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I go by Divine Transmissions. I help and assist the collective and individuals on one-on-one or in groups. I work with the Arcturian Council, and I go in and do galactic mediating. So when 2 different races have conflict, I go in and I help sort stuff out with them. I also, when I work one-to-one with individuals in session, I do activations regarding like light language activations, DNA upgrades and activations. If individuals are having a past life memory or just pieces of memory or fear about something, we go in and we remove old programming, we access those feelings, those emotions, and we look at where they originated from through some regression type work. When I've worked with other practitioners, they say, wow, your work is like reading the records, going in and doing a QHHT session and doing trauma therapy, and it's all rolled into one. How do we get more of this? So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I also do like attachments, entity removal, clearing, cleansing, shielding, those kind of things, moving to timeline, soul retrieval. It just kind of goes from start to finish. So you can find out more about me. It is natalienadine.com/yes, and that'll take you to my site. And I'll pass to the next person.
Hi guys, I'm Altea. So lovely to have everyone here connected today. So I'm also a light language channeler. I do akashic clearings. I train actual light workers as well. So I take people through 6-week, 6-month programs. And I kind of like assist you to become the best possible version of yourself. I help you release trauma. I do inner child healing. I also do higher chakra attunement. So what I do is I'll go in and make sure that more of your chakras are attuned in order to assist you to get into crystalline frequency frequency and to raise your vibration. I also, in my trainings, I'm a Kundalini yoga teacher as well. So I work a lot with embodiment. Like I work a lot with the body, with the movement, with opening on a physical level. And I do a lot of work on the grounding. I'm recently launching a mentorship where I'm actually going to train people into starting their own spiritual business. So the understanding of the energetics behind a business, behind the financial structure, how the social media is also an energy, and how you can really, really co-create your own reality and live a life that is abundant, because, you know, our natural state and our natural flow is that of abundance. And with me also, you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It's Light Codes by ALA. And then my website is www.altealucrezia.com. And I'm going to pass it on to the next person.
Hi, sorry.
No, you go.
Yes. Hi, I'm Akura. My name is Sandra. I'm from Germany, so I'm a starseed as well. And yeah, I'm a light language healer myself. Basically, I transmute the energies from Sophia, the divine goddess energy. So many times downloads are coming through. I have people to go back into their heart space. I do higher heart chakra healing. Yeah, and I also offer starseed readings. I do this work now many, many years. I also help starseeds to remember their mission, their purpose. Yes, and I help them to empower, because many starseeds have a low self-esteem. That's what I noticed along my journey, and I help them to remember who they are, that starseeds are allowed to trust their intuition. So when you want to know more about my work, psychicmedium-akura.com is my website. I also offer guided meditations. You can download them. And I also have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok, official.akura, Instagram and on TikTok. So yeah, and I publish almost daily content, especially on TikTok. I go live almost every day. And yeah, it's so much fun to be in contact with people all over the world. Yeah, and it's a big honor to be online on your show, guys. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Kadrick Olson. I am not a light worker. I like to say I'm a shadow worker and a paranormal trainer. I go into the deeper, darker places, the uncomfortable places that we might not want to look or to explore, so I can help you find the light, so I can help you get out of those. And what do I mean by that? Think about this. As you're exploring all these different energies, as you're exploring your spiritual growth and coming to terms that you're not like the normal people, that you're not like the mainstream, you might notice that you don't quite fit in, that everyone thinks you're weird, that you're different, that you're sort of off, and that can lead to feelings of disenchantment, maybe that you're pushed away, left alone, cast out. You might even feel ridiculed or shunned or shamed for being who you are. I hope you go into those places where you feel alienated and alone, so that you can find out your true gifts, your true strengths, and take strength from your uniqueness to grow through that and to connect with other people like you, so that you can create that world that your soul came here to create. And I help you to really understand why there are strange things going around you, the uncomfortable energies, the entities or beings that may not be working for your best interest, so that you can clear up those energies around you and get to a more solid working space, so that your spiritual growth is on track, stays on track, and that will reflect through every area of your life. So this is why I call myself a shadow worker, because we work in those shadowy places that you don't want to look, so we can find out what's really going on there and get things where you want them to be. And you can find more about me, my website, kadrick.com, kadrick.teachable.com. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Feel free to reach out and let me know what's going on. Thank you.
Hey there, sisters and brothers. My name is Dotan, and I am from Galactic Federation of Light Apparel brand. We have started a brand together, my daughters and I, that is dedicated to raise the consciousness of human beings, for people to do their shadow work and bring out the light worker that is inside of them, to bring their light, to shine their light. So we do that through our clothing, through the messages, through the truth that we are standing on on sharing with everybody. And we want you to come. Check us out on galacticfederationoflight.com. Right now, we are featuring a blog that is written by the amazing Mina and Ishmael. And that's a blog about the Galactic Federation of Light. So you can check it on our website on galacticfederationoflight.com on the blog section. Ishmael, back to you.
Thank you. So I will go ahead and read the blog for those that haven't had an opportunity to read it, because in order to understand the forces of light, we have to also understand the history, the origin, and the off groups that deviated from the original purpose. So if you're new to the Starseed community, or if you have been on this journey for some time, you probably have heard mixed reviews about the Galactic Federation of Light. There are a few different factions on the matter, and most of their opinions are mixed or are steadfast for or against the GFL. We will take a look at the cosmic history and origin of the GFL and its progenitors in order to hopefully dispel any fear or confusion surrounding the GFL. First, let's get to the bottom of these rumors and fears by diving deeper into the cosmic history of where the GFL originated from. The original Galactic Federation was actually known as the Galactic Federation of Free Worlds, but throughout the last millenniums or millions of years, many wars have been fought against the Orion Empire. Galactic Federation of Worlds against, Galactic Federation of Free Worlds war against the ever-expanding Orion Empire. There was a lot of infiltration that took place on both sides. War is often fought with such subversive tactics in its quest for intergalactic domination from either side, and the dark is as old as time immemorial. Due to some infiltration on both sides, a lot of pocket federations came into existence to confuse some of the non-technically inclined species who had not fully developed into a space-age society. Reptilian factions sought to conquer the entire universe, as was their prime directive and creation myth. The Galactic Federation of Free Worlds would not let this happen, as that was not part of their prime directive and their creation myth. These multi-millennial spanning wars generated many infiltrations and battles won on both sides as a result of this infiltration. 22 genetic programs came into existence that would incorporate the genetics of certain species that were not in alignment with the original Adamic blueprint. Fast forward to the present, and these pocket federations that were not aligned with the original directive as given to the original Federation of Worlds have been trying to transmit misinformation to the starseeds, claiming that it was coming from the Galactic Federation of Light, when in fact they were imposter groups that were not aligned with the original ethic principles of the original Federation of Worlds. Furthermore, in 2019, the master geneticist progenitor, Enki, the father of the Cabal, returned and began harnessing human female genetics to use them as a way to infiltrate the piloting and navigating systems that operated the fleets of the Federation of Worlds. In this galactic coup d'etat, Enki was able to seduce some of the commanders in the Galactic Federation of Worlds. For the commanders that remained loyal to the forces of good under the direction of the Syrian High Council, the old Federation of Worlds was reorganized as the Galactic Alliance, which now included key members, more representatives of our Earth, They continued to work with the newly formed Galactic Alliance as the current true liberators of our planet. Therefore, as long as we understand the forces of light and their sacrifice towards the liberation of our planet, it won't negate that throughout all of galactic history, there has been an alliance of many interstellar worlds to resist the tyranny that was taking place in our galaxy. despite all the other imposter pocket federations, the original core mission will always be honored. Whether you are coming to this first, whether you are coming to first know it as the GFL, the Galactic Federation of Light, or the Galactic Federation of Worlds, we are going to do this meditation today in honor of all the races that have fought against galactic tyranny, so that we can, on Earth and humans, be free at this time. So this is what me and Mina the Andromedan wrote in order to give everyone a brief understanding of the history of the Galactic Federation of Worlds. Wait, hold on. What's going on with my, did I? Okay, so in so reading, did I exit it off my live? That's weird. It's no longer there, guys.
Someone commented on our live saying that your live is paused.
Oh, you should just be able to open it again. So just go back to Instagram and it should open again.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it still says pause?
Yeah, it's starting from the beginning, though.
Oh.
We're still we haven't started the meditation yet, so we're still doing an intro, so it should be okay.
And you know, for anybody who wants to check out resources to help dispel, you know, any fear or learn more information about your ascension process, we do offer all that information on our blog and just representation through our clothing. So check us out.
Awesome.
All right, so people are slowly but surely logging back on. Let's wait till we have our at least 300 people, because that's where we were at before I accidentally logged off, I guess. Sorry about that, everyone. Just hello, guys. We're back on. I apologize for that. I didn't realize that by going to my email to read the blog, I was going to actually exit from Instagram. So I apologize for the mistake. I won't let this happen again. Thank you for logging back on. You guys are greatly appreciated. Also, to further understand the galactic history and the galactic history of the Federation, the Forces of Light, I would strongly recommend to order my book, Our Cosmic Origin. It is definitely a game changer. It'll trigger and activate certain memories. And most importantly, it'll help you further develop your understanding as to who you are as a galactic celestial being in human form. Well, let's take it back to the group here. Okay.
All right. Shall we go ahead and start the meditation with all of that information now that we have?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's take us into the meditation, Ishmael. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. All right, guys. So at this time, we are going to get comfortable once again. Stay grounded, focus, and let's breathe to relax the mind and the body. So we're going to do a deep breathing, 3 times inhaling through our nose as we exhale through our mouth. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth. One last time, inhaling through our nose and exhaling through our mouth as we calm the mind and body at this time. First and foremost, we ask for the protection of our spirit guides, our angels, our higher self, our ancestors, which are all one and the same, all part of our oversoul and our monad. We bring in and align and integrate all those members of our great soul spirit known as our monad. We also surround ourselves with a blue sphere from Michael the Archangel. At this time, the great Clusian ray of power to surround us and protect us as we do our 7th global mass meditation. Okay, with that in mind, now that we have the protection of Lord Michael and all our spirit guides, I want you guys to visualize yourself in your mothership. Every single starseed has a ship. Let's bring that reality into the presence. See what it's like. See your crew. Feel what it's like to be on your mothership. It's a beautiful feeling to know that you are up in space on your mothership with your own crew as a commander yourself. Perhaps you are a guardian of a certain sector. Perhaps you are a guardian of several sectors, an entire constellation. Perhaps you're a guardian of an entire galaxy, or even an entire universe. I want you guys to feel what it's like to just sit there on your ship as if it's your throne, as you are working for the one infinite creator in the monitoring of life forms. Now, I want you guys to bring in your galactic self, whether it's a fifth dimensional avatar, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to the 12, and begin to integrate it with your third dimensional self. After all, not only are we operating from the third dimensional reality as the ground crew, but we are also part of the sky crew. So now that we have aligned and anchored in our galactic self, whenever you guys feel disconnected, feel uninspired or unmotivated, I want you guys to think back to this idea that you are also operating on a mothership with your own crew as guardian of worlds. And remember who you are as a powerful, immortal guardian who is working for the one infinite creator. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and pass the baton over to the next person.
Okay, I'm just going to activate an iron armor that's coming through, guys. This is an activation of shield. Pulling in the I am presence. A lot of you are merging now with your higher versions of self. Quiero tokuro inchanata gracias. This will help with embodiment. Kietoro kara isiera takra tietakra isa, and with embodying the I am presence. Kia tokuna ishata ra yeneta keoro aisie sanaya tara yatsero aishinataka riatik aroatria sietaka taina riatre kumrat rat 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 rayatria shetukuna yashiratakra ne ratukura siesare tare atreo kuranatara yaishenataki atre yatikuro isiratakra nyat kureshik araisiena ra nraya trea sietu knara ishiratakra.
Go kia kia go no ya go no ya go kia just lots of energy coming out, lots of heart-centered energy expanding outward. Go kia no ya koya kaya chumono ya kaya kito tuamana here quit lots of expansion here in the heart chakra. Go take a kaya moya tai no kai to the guy kudoy manaya get quick dai shadai koya hi what quiet. Just looking to push out some more energy out of there. Joyanaya, Kukiate, Noya, Jumanoyate, Quate, shoot, hanging go quemana, Quate, Shuna, yet, boy. The one's looking like Care Bears right now. Shum, Jai Hunana, Chungana, yet, what, kite,
Now bringing in, I want to bring in some grid working here. We're just going to take some of those crystalline DNA that's coming down here. And I just want to start integrating it into the grid work of Mother Gaia. We're going to just try and take and focus on some of that crystalline DNA, anchoring it in, and just focus on laying all of that grid work down and just taking all that crystalline DNA Urushkina kai tuma sina kai tuna tumasana atasana kutumasana andakasuna itama kumana kisuna atusuma nusana melimiana kasa numa nuna ditoana tina kunata kuna inamata tusa anana kusa ina numiata sana ana kitoa una kisra atusa ina atu ina atasama ana kasa usana una kinamana una kisra inamata kusana ina kisa. We're just going to make that stronger there, pulling that all in, laying a good foundation as we build our way up higher and higher. Una kisama atima tasa itata una kisra atitaba iswana inaka inua lumiata lumia kisna atasa inutuma una intimata ito akuma sina atasa inatusa ino akumata. Just anchor that down, laying it down, building that foundation stronger and stronger so that we can build today's meditation. Una kasana inuma kasa inatula una timata una kasana una.
Kuete, kuiakete, kuikiate, kuinanaya, ketonaya, ketumanamana, kiate, kuikiate, konaya, ketumanai, kyomi, kyami, ham. Choy, it's gonna open here. Yum, 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 Kuyat, quiet, I get quick, guy, queen, quit, guy, shunt, tie, corner, kiet, shite, wake, die. Quiet, boy, yay, quick, yay, to communite, shoot, yay, to joy, kai, cum, hi, quiet, I did I, did I, quiet, and good away, could I walk a day and then a guy go quick, could I know quick, looking to break through the other side here. So it's just pushing, it's good energy flowing out the other side here now. Gonna expand it. Quiet today, home, yait, home, yake, height, hood, hey, good day, quiet, quiet, quiet. It's grounded now, short and aligned, short.
The codes from the central sun are coming through. Stay focused on your higher heart chakra. Amumaya tenerisikia tayamu ateshiniat. Amuya sekiria aya humayatini tikimia tese ishiniatus. Karu hamayala saya. Hat inifikia tsu nuroye teseneya. Open your heart alataria mo akait nik e sekishiria tu noyet. Amiek saat sea tushiroye temiata nasaya. Open your heart alafenike se emekea akure kinitisea. Receive amua amasaka she etinisea. Let in the codes xa ashtem uitinimikiri kianatayas. You are loved. Amahamaya tene isiha atishirea. Higher heart chakra healing getenea. Let go of the past. Amutashe atane fikiri tini siya. Hatonosoya. Access to your heart's timeline. Ritini amu otonoseshe. Shavukumot anatini ritini siya. Activate the codes from the central sun. Natini she amuyatik itisa uchomayat. Come home, Shema sakasa motosh. Shema mevam terematasis. Kamo mutamias. Let hamakashiron. Mohammedish. Kama fatisero. Atimia tane itini si itia. Let go, let go, let go of the past. Apatoya meteke itini shea. Find peace, nifiniti mia retenia. Peace, atuyo mukuto nurotenia. Find peace. Lethinit asea shineo moyuto nukuarat. Ikia, grounding, letekea, come back into your body. Etinitiana se eteshikuchtonorot, haitikilitiana tumokua, for your body amutik ayat, shinikiniritia, etimuya, grounding apunut, grounding akuasteretinish, listenikita nukumuya, ba atonuro, ukuchtanitissimia, delifinitinia.
Technology upgrade coming through. Tara Ishirata Krasiero Tukuna Ishirata anchoring, 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 more light divine rays coming in, anchoring, 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 anchoring into heart, anchoring into system, opening, 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 opening to more light, tuning, tuning, tuning heart, opening, 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 dismantling old programs, old structures, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, clean, releasing, 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 opening, expanding, opening, expanding, opening, expanding, expanding, releasing, 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 shiro tokuro ishiratakra, truati kira ishiratakra, shiro tokura yesiratakra. So what I'm seeing now, what's actually going on is it's almost like there's this ball of entanglement and cording and things, and it's expanding and opening and releasing of each and every one of you. And as it's happening on your systems, it's actually happening around the earth itself as well. Tienma riate sasoroko ishenaya tiate korotre makaratre iseta create kito kumrati kiratra train kirok rat naya rana shirataka shitana trik unaya shiratakiro tukumai shiratakra.
All right, I'm getting the Lyrians coming in. They want to reinforce and strength and bring out the warrior in you. They want to show you that you are stronger than all of this, that you are strong in the spiritual war. To remind you that you need to focus on being strong and empowering yourself and holding all of these codes. You are not a victim. You are not by happenstance. You chose to be here in this war. You chose to be here at this spiritual time. Ay, ngoros makay ay ngurung, ay ngurung, ay sumakay ngurung, ay ngurung, ay ngurung, Ariwasa, Ariwumaringa, Angasaka Inguru, Arungurum, Ingasa Inguru, Ruan, Uana, Hareya, Harego, Haren. You are stronger than you know. You are stronger than you believe. You are Christ consciousness and you are embodied of a warrior. Arisua, Hain, Aringun, Aringu, my Sakain, Aringun, Aswa, Aswa, Gain. Just anchoring those in, grounding that in love, because it's from love that we have this. It's from love that we get this strength. So I just want to anchor that in, that no matter how much we fight, we do it out of a place of love. And that is the difference between us and the dark.
I'm holding here the masculine and feminine energies. While Natia was speaking and pulling in pieces and dealing with the entanglement, I had a lot of the energy, masculine, feminine energy returning, and I was gathering and spiraling and gathering it up. So it's here in my hands. And so it's just language coming in as it returns and dissipates and integrates through the collective. I'm going to hold it and allow that to integrate. Kia tokoya kite, kokoya kinegada, kia tokoda, kikatang konoya gata, yakum ko the port kitakai, jedi, kodokoy katakai, shumudwaya day, dear goya, kia noya gata yakumanite. Kia te kuate, kia te kumukoi, kia kilpoi katakadai, kumukuanakai, shiada void, kia te kia moya kia te, kia kote, kia koi, kia kimoit, kiait, void, diana, yokoya, kia, diana, void, kia koya, kia. So just going around the astral area of Gaia for us to tap into and allow that just integrate into us, embody. Shoikt, shokodoya gana kia to it. Shanai o kuma moikite, kokoida te koanaya te, shoyat, toig. So Gaia's taking that from the astral areas around her. She's pulling it into her core. She go and goya no goya and nanaya got the mogoya da yo go moite. Gaia te shoya I to go moya na ya kai to keep anchoring it in. Go goya na ya iko toya na ya kai. Toya na ya goya te goya got that goya. The energy moving from south to north and then north down to south. Kukade, koikia kiate, kuakuet, and I took man coming back down to kuday, kukade, kuday, koikatakamoy, katakaday, aya, quiet, komandaya, okay, quiet, tickadai, quiet, quiet, grounding that energy, quiet, quiet, shed shumanoy, short, short, hi, quiet, shh, quiet. Grounded.
The energies from the Divine Mother are coming through again. Gimi tiniamu hamaya ashete niamu atakare teni tinimisia tanaya hayateni mua amaya tamokui te deretea. Feel the energy of your mother akatareya. Feel the energy of Mother Earth amu fukote ne sheretea moya se etea. Hakua humaya amaya fakaretaya ne desi etea. Kusunuyo numote shishe amaya kerit. Siat iniamu uku amashtayase. Hamu moala ahamaya. You are protected. Amukuate sherea lefinisia. Kesenia munto nukorotea. You are loved. Hamua hamasete nishi. Fita mu amaya tekerik atsea. Como mu fuseo. Mesheta mafom, como me fa, et Anchoring the crystal's energy, anchoring Alephanitimia, Astanaya, spread love, Amutunuti, Shinikia, Has Emiti Shinia, Kafumusis, Sterotis, Atenisinea, you arise again, Atenit imitikea, you are rising, Lefiniti shini sinia no tomokut, Ayarea, anchoring the feminine Christ energy, Letini shinia musunuyatit, it ahuchomak ashnea tefinirit, atuyomo okua stales, Hasanamaya tanisik istinea sa, Hayat imikias, You are immortal, Alefinitiki Mishia, remember Atamuku Oha Teneretea, you are loved, Tenifisea Shinitinia, Kutonorotea, Atamaish, Atasinikis, Kafu. Balancing all chakras now. Dat anaya tenisiniti shinia. Deletiki finia, stay centered, ahui tesherea, stay focused, up moko atesheshe, lethenitini tumurut aku hama fanatasenetamosh, kashanerea, halatenesea, lete emuku uhumu teseret ikianutama, efenemese, kafu. Homecoming atamokunetenea, delifiniterea, deshenikenia tanurotase, kisenitamu teketirit. Samoa.
I think with that, we'll close out those beautiful, beautiful light codes that just came through. Beautiful feminine Christ consciousness. Just feel that for a moment. Just embody that. Take it down. Come back to heart center. Back to earth. We'll pass that on.
Such amazing energy flowing through all of this. I want you to take a moment to feel that energy, to feel what the connection it brings to you. And now feel your feet on the floor. Feel yourself where you're sitting or you're laying down. Take a moment just to be aware of how the body feels in the time and space of here and now. Aware of the room around you, and even aware of the life that you lead outside of this room. Feeling that energy flow through everything. And as you scan yourself, scanning your bodies, being aware of this, notice if there's anything that feels divergent, anything that feels out of resonance, disharmonious. And just be aware of that. Just take a moment to be aware of that block, that divergence, so let's call it. Even that distortion, just be aware of it. And let your awareness be consumed by that moment, by that little distortion, by that disharmonious energy. And ask it just right now, what does it need? What does it want from you? Or what does it want to give to you? And listen for its answer. And express a bit of gratitude for that distortion, for that little bit that's out of resonance, knowing that it has a purpose, it has a place. And just like a knot being untied, just allow it to release, allow that energy to flow, allow it to join in harmony with the rest of the energy flowing through you. You don't need to know what it's about. You don't need to know what it's doing. You don't even have to understand the process of releasing. Just feel it like a knot relaxing, letting go, like every muscle in your body releasing, letting go. And that energy just flows, becomes in unison with all of the frequencies that you've just received. And breathing in all of that energy into your body, into your being, so that that energy integrates with every cell, every fiber, every tissue, every layer of your existence, to influence your actions, your thoughts, your emotions, and all that you are becoming from this moment forward. And any time you feel that distortion, breathe into it. Let it have a voice. Be willing to accept it and understand it and embrace it for what it is authentically. And then just breathe this other energy, this higher level energy into it so that it can release, just like a knot being untied, letting go, clearing its energy, so that you can be one in unity, full coherence with your higher level essence. Thank you.
Thank you, Cambridge. And everyone else, your voice, Akura, is very angelic. Everybody on the live was saying so. The light language was phenomenal, completely divine and grounding. Now, I do have another meditation to attend to at this time with Tim Tactics, so I will be excusing myself. I want to thank all 350 plus people that joined on this beautiful 7th Global Mass Meditation. We are building the momentum, guys, and we won't stop until we achieve a golden age, a new heaven on earth here on this planet. Okay, guys? I love you all, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks, Ishmael. We'll continue this stream just a little bit longer. I wanted to chime in and share. Maybe many of you had heard the news yesterday about a Pentagon UFO whistleblower, David Grushich, I guess is how you say his name. Anyways, there's been this ongoing news media blitz of different UFO topics, sort of giving validation to all of us who've been saying that there's a UFO extraterrestrial presence. And for many in the field, in my field with ufology and the study of this stuff, there's been a major validation yesterday with that news coming out. However, we all have to ask ourselves, why now? Why is the timing coming out at this specific moment when this information has been suppressed for so long? So there are agendas at play, and I don't need to go into all of the negative ones and all that stuff, but just it's twofold. We can honor the acknowledgement to the masses. This is a big win for disclosure and for the opening up to the masses, to the realization that there is an actual extraterrestrial presence engaging the human race. Many humans on this planet sort of made fun of us who were talking about this stuff for many years. And now this is sort of a nice validation. So for the new people just coming into this information, there's going to be a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of fear, perhaps, in some circles, in some religious circles. So for those of us who have been, doing this work, and I know you watching are probably one of them. So, let's take this time to celebrate and educate. And there's no need to tell those who are just coming on this information about all of the alternative agendas, but this is a time for us as experiencers and viewers of this information to really just use discernment and pay attention to how these narratives are being pushed out into public, the timing, and what other things are they taking away from. So, we just need to, this is our next level where everybody's leveling up, no matter what level you're at. So our next level is just to really have an extra layer of discernment during these disclosure times, because not all of them are, let's say, of the light or of honest, of integrity. So we need to just use our filters, and we can share amongst our peers here. And for the people that are just coming on board, let's celebrate, let's talk to them, let's educate, and also share any discernment type things that we may be feeling with them. But be careful not to go down those fear-based conspiracy theories, because a lot of them are just a little too over the top, and just create fear. So pay attention to the frequency of the information that we're sharing and how it's being received. So if it's not being received in a very, and if it is being received in that sort of fear-based way, then maybe we change our approach and how we talk about it. So that's up to you and your situation. But just it's awesome. It's happening. Things are happening very quickly now. So overall, we can all celebrate. That's the common denominator through all this, is we're celebrating disclosure. We're celebrating connecting in this way. So thank you all for tuning in to this live stream. And we'll be doing it again. Do we have an exact date yet?
So I think for the 6/23 meditation, you guys will be taking the lead. Ishmael and I will be going to Mount Shasta for a conference. So we'll be doing the summer conference there. So I'm hoping you guys will take the lead.
We'll hold the fort down. Thank you. And wow, what a wonderful energy Mount Shasta is. So you'll be broadcasting energetically, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll both be speaking there. So
that's awesome. Yeah,
Ruben,
yeah. Mount.
On what
Yes.
you shared, yes, they're trying to push some sort of a soft disclosure, and then I've noticed that in some cases they're making it seem as if it's also a threat. A lot of people are worried and concerned about the possibility of a fake alien invasion using holographic technology, and it's not going to happen. Not on our watch. It's not going to happen. So I agree with you. Because some of these intentions are not good. It's almost like they want to scare the general public, and it's not going to happen. And so, yeah, I'm with you on that, brother. Also, I apologize for eating in front of you guys. I'm trying to scarf my food down before I go on TM Tactics meditation session.
No worries. Yeah, the Project Bluebeam has been sort of in the books for a long time, a fake alien invasion. As Ishmael said, I don't see that happening either. We're sort of moving very rapidly through this energy, and the cards that were in play are being shuffled around, and some are being played, some aren't. So these more nefarious agendas, especially if those of you who have been following this material for a long time may know the playbook. And the playbook right now is falling apart very rapidly.
We
So
closed a lot of those timelines just by existing, just by putting that
Mhm.
information out and beating them to the punch. I mean, you took away their surprise. So what do they got?
exactly.
So
Exactly. So, and what's so awesome about all this is because they're sort of in a state of dismay and despair and hysteria. They're fast tracking, like this whistleblower guy probably wasn't part of the original plan, and they're just, this is like a plan that's helping. It's actually helping wake up humanity much faster. So it's in our benefit, even though there may be somewhat evil agendas behind it. It's at the end of the day, it's all going to be awesome. It's actually helping us.
look forward to it.
Yeah, same here.
So again, use discernment, stay diligent. This is a good time to celebrate.
I gotta
And
excuse myself. I gotta jump on Tim's.
Okay.
meditate.
thanks,
Sorry about that.
Ishmael. Yeah, we're winding down here. Does anybody else want to add anything to that? GFL crew, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
Oh, it was really awesome. This was really, really powerful. One thing that came to my mind throughout the whole light code languages was basically acceptance and let go of our resistance of where we're at, where we should be, and our judgment toward ourselves, our judgment toward others, and our judgment towards our judgment as well, because we do judge our judgment, as we all know. So really acceptance of where we are right now and this beautiful journey that we all are on. So it was an honor to be with all of you guys here. And, it's beautiful to see how people are just joining and people are coming together to create a shift. So let's all shift happily. Now. Now.
We're actually seeing the pendulum is starting to shift now the other direction. Before, we went during the COVID years, we had this extreme, lockdown, separation, fear, and all this stuff happen. And now the pendulum's starting to swing back, and it's got a lot of momentum behind it, because we went, whether you felt it or not, we went through some pretty heavy, dark times through the COVID years. We still have to, there's still quite a distance still to cover, but as far as the energy, and remember, energy, frequency first. So energy is always coming before the physical manifestation of what we're experiencing. So what we're feeling now energetically is going to help propel us through some more rough times ahead, as the world wakes up to these lost memories, lost technologies, lost history, so many lost things that we're coming back together now. So this is the time of union and unity and reconnection.
I've literally seen, sorry, Mina, for interrupting. It's very quick. I just want to add something very quick in. I've literally seen from an energetic perspective, on a collective level, these meditations that we're doing consistently have been contributing actually quite a lot, because we are building this kind of like spiritual strength, this community, this connection, and even just us in our small group, we have exponentially pushed the shift. And this is actually information that came to me in the last few days. And now, as Ruben exactly was mentioning how everything is growing and expanding and whatnot, they just said to me like, no, say it, that everyone is doing super, super well with this meditation. So I just want to say, guys, like, well done to all of us. Like, I'm so grateful and happy to be able to share consistently this space with you guys and the beautiful work that we are putting out there. And we really must also, like, you know, remember to pat ourselves on the back as well. Yeah. So I just wanted to add that. So thank you guys.
And just to, well, I was just going to say too, with the meditations, I mean, you know, just back to the COVID thing, that was the catalyst that humanity needed to push us forward in our ascension trajectory. And we needed to experience that dark night of the soul, so to speak, as a collective, to move forward into the light, because every experience, no matter how dark it feels, has a purpose, and it is to propel you forward to growth. And so everybody is here. We're living proof right now that what we're doing is making a difference. We are changing the world, quite literally. And every time we have these meditations, the Schumann frequency jumps and accelerates. We have solar flares. We have apparently earthquakes and volcanoes. We are making a difference. We're bringing all of that up to the surface so that it can be released, so that we can continue to ascend, not just us, not just the collective, but also Mother Gaia and the galactic family. So let's keep up the good work.
Beautiful.
There's absolutely a huge part of the restoration and giving back to Gaia that happens when the girls are speaking and I'm like standing over Gaia with like angel wings flapping as I'm watching them work on the collective, and then extending that energy outwards around her astral areas. It's just phenomenal to watch the different views and the different perspectives that take place. And when I was doing some of that work, there was a chakra that was in Gaia. It was one of hers. I think it was her root chakra, but it was really stuck. And I think there's a part in. I think
it's her root chakra.
Okay. And I was like grinding it, and I was like, come on, open. And then here where it's like pops out and it's all this energy starts pouring out, and I'm like, okay, good, because before that we weren't having a balance in that masculine feminine qualities that we needed, the divine stuff that we absolutely need to have balanced. And so when Atia started doing her pieces, I'm like, oh, it's gathering, that energy is gathering. And when I was holding it, it was burning my hands. I'm like, what do I do with this? This is so hot. And it was making all my cells in my body vibrate because it was so hot. And I'm like, okay, so now what? And then somebody else did another piece. I'm like, oh, good. Now it can go back into Gaia and distribute, and then integrate, and then anchor right into the core. So like the work that is done, the collective connects into that. And we change the whole environment. We change our view of things. We vibrate differently. Our frequency changes. Like we move timelines by doing those things, right?
Yeah, it's so interesting, Natalie, that you say that, because I literally, as I was kind of like dismantling these almost like the cords and thing, it's so crazy because I don't usually work like you do around the earth, but I was doing something like that. And then they literally told me to pass the earth pieces onto you. Like that's literally what I did. I kind of like slid it over to you. And then I went off. So yeah, I just want to add that. I'm going to go off, guys, because I want to quickly hop onto my live on Instagram. So I'll be there on the 23rd. So I'm going to see you all there. Thank you so much for everyone. And thank you. And I'll see you soon. Hey, and thank you, Ruben, for like managing all the admin.
We're still working out. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. And, so yes, so much is happening, guys. And, thank you all for uniting in this way. It's super awesome. I'm always, a lot of people, why do you, that's so crazy. You believe all this stuff. And I'm like, hey, what's the alternative? If we are a product of our beliefs, then why not pick the best story in the house? And right now, I don't know any other better story than the one we're sharing and telling. So, if you have a choice, pick the one that's going to have the best outcome for all. and the least amount of suffering. So if that's what we can focus on instead of all the doom and gloom, and and even in this story, there's a little bit of hardships we're talking about when we're sharing our working in the shadows and learning and growing, and that's part of the story, right? So but it's definitely a lot less as far as the end of the road is definitely much brighter than the doom and gloom stories that you may be hearing out there. So come hop on this story, have fun with us, and we'll do it again on the 23rd.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
guys.
Love you guys so much. And let's just take all this positive energy and continue with